Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the show that's on in the afternoon. A great way to start our week here.
Yes, sir. Very
this
inspiring.
afternoon with some of our friends from Task Force Hydro 1.
Ooh, what's this all about?
It sounds very fancy.
I know. Sounds very mission accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yes.
Mission impossible. Accomplished.
So we will fill you in on exactly what it is, what they do. They're doing some great work.
Yes, sir.
In and around St. Johns County, which is really, really cool. So we'll talk to Noelani and Leo here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll get all the deets from them.
All right.
That's the way to do it, I think.
Okay, sounds good. They got a fancy event, I think, coming up, too.
Yes, they do.
All right.
Yes. You make it sound like it's a pinky up event.
Oh, yeah. Well, it might be.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
know. We'll get into it.
We will find out.
Something tells me they'll tell us. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I think so. Just like our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln will tell you how to get the best deal on a vehicle. There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I was going to tie that in until the very last millisecond.
Great job.
Thanks. I'm fishing for compliments today. So anybody who wants to shoot me a compliment, feel free.
Very nice.
Celebrating 76 years in St. Augustine in Northeast Florida, Bozard Ford Lincoln is here for you. They've got an extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, quick and quality servicing, and they've got an amazing parts and accessories shop out there as well to soup up your Ford or Lincoln. Make sure you grab a signature burger out there at Ford's Garage while you're there. At Bozard Ford Lincoln offers services from home delivery to company fleet servicing. At Bozard Ford Lincoln, your family is their family, and they are driven to inspire. Our friends at the Bailey Group, pretty inspiring as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, getting enrolled in a health insurance or Medicare plan does not have to be complicated. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. Out there at the Bailey Group, you're going to work with a local insurance advisor to find just the right insurance coverage for your specific needs and your budget, which is super important. Their goal is to make getting covered easy, no added costs, no extra fees. The Bailey Group handles individual health and Medicare, corporate benefits, and financial needs for their clients. Let them do that for you. They are the best. 904-461-1800. And speaking of the best, Elace Med Spa.
Yeah, buddy.
Because you're looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience. You don't even have to tell me. I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
Look no further than Elace Med Spa. Out there at Elace, they specialize in providing their clients with a range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with Botox or dermal fillers, maybe laser treatments, some body contouring, some hair services, they do it all.
Everything.
If you need more hair or less hair,
Right.
they can help you out,
Exactly.
depending on what you need.
Yeah.
Elace is the place that will save your face.
It's beauty on your terms.
Yes, it is. 904. Elace.com.
They're like, don't call it. Just go to the website.
Yeah. I was like, oh, let's put the number out there. Oh, I've got the website.
There it is.
I've got that.
That's all you need.
That's it. Elace.com.
Awesome.
All right.
And happy belated birthday to Greg out there. That was awesome over the weekend. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh,
Thanks.
cool.
Thank
Happy
you so
birthday,
much
Greg.
every day. Yeah,
Great
Greg.
guy, man.
Amazing dude. Yeah.
Great guy. I mean, quality and customer service is like top on his list.
Absolutely.
For the businesses he owns.
He is a great entrepreneur. Very
Yeah,
inspiring.
man, for sure. Hey, speaking of very inspiring,
Okay.
we've got Noelani Taylor here. Leo Yui. Did I say that right, Leo?
Yep, you got it right.
Hey, nailed it.
Hey, thank y'all very much for coming in. Y'all are from Task Force Hydro 1. Tell me about Task Force Hydro 1. What is it, and where did you guys start?
Okay, well, first and foremost, thank you for having us this morning.
Oh, of course.
Task Force Hydro 1, it's an organization for military veterans and first responders and also their families.
Okay.
So we always love to include their families on our events.
Nice.
We became a nonprofit in 2021, right after the initial thought about the organization was in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
There was a group of guys over in Mayport inside the base where we used to surf together. Throughout COVID, we surf it all because that was the only beach that was
Right.
open for the state, I believe.
Yeah.
That was the only beach that was open over
that's
there
right.
during that time. So, and that's when some of the guys that in the group somehow they started getting some random friends that wanted to go on base.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how we got him in or something. Okay.
There you
So
go.
we started in 2021, initially just coming together to surf every third Saturday of the month over at Hanna Park Dolphin Plaza.
Okay. Cool.
So we started just with surfing, teaching people teaching the local veteran and military population here to get in the water, just to get outdoors, enjoy, sunny Florida. We're surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So why not take advantage of it?
And that was so important at that time too.
It is.
To be able
it
to,
is.
Interact with folks and get out into nature as much as you possibly could back then.
Correct.
And still important to this day, right?
It is, and back then initially just started with surfing, and then we roll into surfboard shaping, which Ken White, local from San Agustin, a pretty well known surfboard shaper from this area, that he got involved to help us. So every quarter we were providing a grant for one of the participants to get a custom surfboard.
Cool. Oh, that's great.
So we do that 4 years. Four times in a year.
So
once
you guys
every quarter.
You're still doing that.
Right.
Awesome.
Right. So and we did that because we figured, okay, well, there's let's just say a first responder veteran comes in, they learn the skill, and then what goes after? How do we not so much how do we measure growth, but as far as like, okay, what's next for this person? So then they apply for. There's an application process to it. They apply, they get selected, it gets voted in by the board, gets selected, and then they meet up with a shaper in the shaping bay. The shaper walks them through the whole process. The person gets their board, and then from that moment on, if the participant decides to just pay it forward, that's when we call it active mentorship. Okay. In a way that, now that you learn a pretty cool. Learn about a pretty cool sport. Now you got the ability and the resources to pay it forward to someone else.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. I love that.
That is. And so you're both surfers, I imagine?
I'm actually not a surfer at all.
Really?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. I'm a board member. I've been serving on the board for the last couple of years.
Okay.
And also stepping into community outreach and community engagement with the organization. But there's a second component to our program that's equally big, which is the outrigger paddling. So we paddle Hawaiian outrigger canoes, and we have a paddle platoon that also races. In fact, we have just come back, both of us, and a whole lot of us have just come back from St. Pete. We're part of the Skyway Outrigger paddling races that took place this past weekend, which is a lot of fun. But this is a perfect moment to tell you guys about a big event that's happening May 10th. Friday, May 10th, we are getting ready for our second annual 50-plus mile paddle, which will
what?
start
Burn some calories. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we have a group of over 30 paddlers who will be part of two 6-man Hawaiian outrigger canoes, and we start here in St. Augustine, right by Aunt Kate's, and we paddle north. Supported by a crew boat that we're very thankful, is supplied by Marine Max. And
Nice.
we go all the way up to Mayport.
How special is this?
Yes.
Wow. So is this everybody in one thing?
It's
Or is it like everybody just individually?
It's a great question. So if you've ever seen these long Hawaiian outriggers, they seat 6 people at a time.
Okay.
So 6 people will start in one boat, and then 6 people in another boat. Actually, we have a third boat as well. We have a partner with Duval Canoe Club, but for Task Force Hydro One, we've got these 2 Hawaiian outrigger canoes, and they'll take turns. So each set of 6 will paddle for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then they'll jump out, and the next 6 will jump in.
Oh.
So Leo, I'm getting like a big sense of camaraderie here. How important is it for all the members to really rally around, different activities like this?
Well, initially when the organization came together in 2021, and that's actually how the name came about, a task force, because and even until today, for the past, since the probably the Vietnam era, we have a lot of suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's in the veteran community, active duty community, first responder community is a big issue right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we in the organization, we saw, okay, well, we're coming from different backgrounds, right? We got some police officers, detectives, we got people that still active duty, we got some veterans. So say, well, how do we come together as one under the task force umbrella? Because in the time of crisis, and the government, that's what they do. You grab talent from different places to come to tackle on a specific mission. So our biggest mission right now is just to stop the suicide situation that we got going across the nation.
Yeah.
So, and we end up going into the rigger paddling because we know that it's for one, it's a team sport. You know, it's not just about you. It's about your whole team. Whether you're sitting in the first seat, the second or the third, you always got someone in front and someone behind you. The moments that you're not feeling strong, that you feel like you want to stop paddling, you got to look in front or behind you to, you know what, this isn't about me. It's about the team that is involved in this.
Love that
in this
mission. Yes.
And there's just a really strong bond that's built between people who go through tough things.
Of
you
course.
know? And this does not sound easy. You know, this does not sound like something that's easy, but as a team, it's something you can accomplish.
Right. And that's in general in life, you know. We're not, I see it as humans, we're not meant to do things alone. Whenever we want to accomplish something, at some point, you're going to have to reach out to someone. And that's the whole mentality about it, because it's like, okay, let's just say I'm struggling today. I know that guys in the group, they probably are, and they're not saying anything about it. But by me sharing my own experience, my personal experience, it might open up the floor to talk about those issues. Talk about, okay, what's going on today? What can I do to feel better?
Yeah.
We get in the water not because it's just a sport, because it feels good. It's also because it allows. Like for me, it's more about mental health, because it balances me out. It gets me in a good mood. It makes me feel like a kid when I'm playing in the water.
Yeah.
So why not just take it to the next level? And on this 50 plus miles in open ocean, you know, we got three different outriggers going from Anskay, going through the channel right here to open ocean, and just head north all the way up to Mayport. Okay. And it's just about just people coming together, having a good time. And if we're gonna suck, we're all gonna suck together.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
That's what a team does.
Now, you guys also do some out of water activities, right? You guys are doing barbecues and
We do.
parties, right?
We do. So every other Saturday, we get together for what we call Stoking Saturdays.
Okay.
And that's
Nice.
an event for anyone and everyone to come and just sort of build community, develop that camaraderie that we're all seeking, that connection that Leo was referring to, that we all seek. And every first Saturday of the month, rain or shine, throughout the year, we meet at the Volano Walkovers. And that's from 8 to 12. And on the third Saturdays of every month, we meet at Hannah Park at Dolphin Plaza.
Oh, how nice.
And it's so fun. And the first hour of those Saturdays, anyone can come out and get a surf lesson. We welcome you, even if you've never tried surfing, or even if you have no interest in surfing, you can come meet somebody new. And we welcome, as Leah had mentioned before, the whole family. We got lots of kids out there. We all ages. Everybody is welcome, and it's a whole lot of fun.
So what does it mean to you as a board member? Like, for you to be able to jump on this project, you're not a surfer. Where was that connection for you here?
That's a great question. I didn't serve in the military. However, many of my family members did. My dad did, my grandfather, all of my uncles on my mom's side.
Thank you for
my
that.
cousins. This is a way for me to thank and honor the people who have served our country. So that's very important. But the other piece that Leo talked about is suicide prevention. And, in our country, it's about every 11 minutes, someone takes their own life. And so I think a lot of us are seeking just that human connection. And I really like how you phrased that, Leo, about, as we all say, it takes a village. And it's really true. A huge part of our organization is, as we call it, ohana, which means family in Hawaiian. And if you come out and experience our group, you'll notice it really is like a big family. And we're welcoming to everyone. You can come as you are, start where you are. And that's an equally big piece of it. And there are those healing properties of the water, whether you're taking a walk by the ocean, or whether you're getting in and trying surfing, or whether you've been surfing your whole life or paddling your whole life.
I love that.
It's amazing.
And how many folks do you usually have coming out to these?
That number varies. What would you say, Leo?
So it usually, we can go from exactly during the winter time. A lot of people think that, people don't want to be outside because it's cold and all that.
It doesn't get that cold here.
I know,
right?
right?
We can do stuff.
I know, really.
But, there are times during the winter time we had about 40 people in the water, and there is and the ocean looks rough. That day, the ocean looks rough, and it's like, I know no one is going to get in the water. But when we see about 40 people there that just went in that morning, that tells you something. They're like, it's not really about the sport. It's about the connection that we are creating here. It's about bringing people together from different walks of life. There's people that come together. There's a lot of times, even during the summer, there are, there's people that just come in, they bring their chair, they bring their water, and they just sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even engage.
That's support too,
Yeah.
right?
That they, and we understand that. So you know what? I know where you are right now. I'm gonna meet you there, and eventually you open up. You're gonna try to get involved and do this. So there's a process to it.
Yeah. Noelani, can you talk a little bit about the Hawaiian undertones on a lot of things? I mean, we have a luau that we're going to talk about real quick, and
Yes.
also the ohana. Like, where does that stem from with Task Force?
I think it stems from I would say probably that family piece. And, in Hawaiian culture, and my mother was Hawaiian.
I love it.
So family is just the integral piece of the culture. And that's sort of how we've developed our organization. So we welcome all, and you'll notice very quickly that you become part of the group. There really aren't any outsiders. Everyone comes together very
Sounds
quickly.
sort of spiritual in a way.
It is,
Yeah.
and it really feels that way. So it's not just a group that you do your exercise with.
I love that.
Which is really beautiful for sure. But yes, when you talk about the luau, how outrigger canoes, while they didn't start in Hawaii, the outrigger canoeing, the racing did begin in Hawaii, and they've been part of Hawaiian culture for probably nearly 2,000 years.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of us do have connections to Hawaii. Not everybody, certainly, but I would say the centerpiece of Hawaiian culture really revolves around family, and that's really what we're about. And it's one big happy family.
That's
not
so cool.
not blood, not necessarily blood related at all.
I love that.
Yes.
Our chosen family.
That's right. That's right.
Very good. So, do you want to get a little more into like the luau? What do these look like?
Yeah.
What's this look like?
So,
coming up?
lu-
Yeah.
Yes. So the on May 10, that's when the team is gonna paddle from St. Augustine to Mayport.
Okay.
It's a fundraise event. Each paddle is raising $750
Okay.
for that as well. And then the next day, that's when we come together to celebrate over at the National Guard Armory, the Mark W, the one on right
San
by
Marco.
San Marco.
Oh, right. Got
Okay.
it.
Right next to the
Yep.
library. So
Yep.
we encourage the local community to please check our website and buy tickets, because we depend on the community for our success, for this fundraise, for us to continue our mission, which is mental health. We actually the event is called the Mental Health Awareness Challenge, which is
Okay.
the 50-mile paddle.
Okay.
So the event goes on May 11th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're gonna have Hawaiian dancers, Hawaiian food, and it's just gonna be a great time. As far as the attire, you can either wear a suit if you want, or you can just wear your best Hawaiian 5-0.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mike
Alright,
Davis.
well,
he doesn't wear a suit unless
Mike
he
Lewis.
has to. Excuse me, Mike
Lewis.
Lewis.
You
Yeah.
got the wrong
Would only wear, so if he can get away with jeans and maybe like a Hawaiian shirt, that's
Yes.
okay too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't even think anybody wore a suit last year. There are a lot of people that only wore a grass skirt. A few people.
Fun. It's very breezy.
Yes, that's right.
Now, what about things like volunteers? Are
Yeah.
you guys looking for volunteers? Things like that.
Yes,
How do people get
we do.
involved with you guys?
In the organization, well, if you go to the taskforce-1.org on the website, you can go to the volunteer section, and we're always looking for volunteers, especially photographers, people that help us push the information out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times and it happened recently, but I met a family of a veteran that he actually committed suicide. And when I'm talking about what we're doing and all that, the parents told me and say, hey, I would have loved for my son to know about what you guys were doing, because and it's all about just sharing the information, about just spreading the word, just letting people know, hey, here we are, here's a resource, utilize it, see what's out there,
Yeah.
to prevent you from something bad happen.
And it's a group of people who understands
Right.
what so many people might be going through.
Of course.
Right?
And many
on
of
a
us-
level that nobody else can.
Right. For
Many
sure.
of us have dealt with it at some point, and at the end of the day, struggle is struggle. Whether you serve in the military or whether you work in a restaurant, let's say, it's trauma is trauma. It really depends of how you take it. Some people might see a character that, as simple as it may sound, that could affect you for life.
Yeah.
Or being in combat could be affected for life, or maybe not. Who knows? But it's just in general, trauma is trauma. It's going to happen at some point. Hopefully, it doesn't happen to everyone. But just the key is, what do we do after something bad that brings you those memories back? What do you do after?
Yeah.
And the group, we understand that, because we come from different walks of life, and it's a whole task force just coming together. And in this case, for the luau, it's just going to be a great event. People coming together, enjoying a good day, and just all for a good cause.
And recognizing people aren't alone, I think, is another driving
Right.
force here
Yes.
too, and really giving them that confidence and showing the community and that rally. Because, like you said, sometimes isolation, and a lot of these, whether it's a veteran or first responder or frontline workers, they really kind of alienate themselves sometimes. And this is a great way to kind of bring people together. Talk a little bit about Luau, though, real quick. Do you have any kind of call to action in the community? Do you guys need silent auction items or anything like that?
Absolutely. If you can attend, we want you to attend.
Awesome.
It's Saturday, May 11th, as Leo said, 5 to 8. And the best way to buy tickets is our website, taskforcehydro1.org. But if you can't attend, we welcome silent auction items, and we'll give you a way to make those donations if you're able to do that. It's also through our website. But also wanted to mention we have an awesome guest speaker this year. It is Richard Rice, who is a co-founder of Delta Force.
Cool.
So you definitely don't want to miss that. The dance is incredible. We had the same halau, the same dancing troupe last year that we'll have this year, and the food was amazing.
Very thematic. I saw that it was the movement of the hips don't lie Shakira on
That's
this moment.
right.
I like it.
That's
Yes.
right. Yes.
Cool.
Yes. We got the kids out there participating. Some
So fun.
of the guests. So it's going to be so much fun. But yes, I would never turn away a volunteer. So we welcome you in any way that you're able to participate.
Fabulous.
Awesome. Well, very cool stuff. Is there anything else we need to know before we're out of here? Is there anything else that we missed?
Well,
that you guys
just
want to make sure we cover?
just again to invite the community to get involved by either and help us either whether you can donate to the fundraise, or whether you can volunteer, or just share the information, share about what we're all about, because you never know who you're going to be helping just by letting the community know, hey, here's a group of guys and girls that all they want to do, we just want to pay it forward.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
Very cool.
Very powerful message.
Leo, Noelani, thank y'all so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you both.
insightful to talk to you, and y'all are doing some great stuff around here.
you.
Keep it up. Thank you very much.
And I love that the event is original. Like, we don't hear
Yes.
luau often.
No.
So this is such a cool vibe. I love it.
I
Yeah.
know.
This
It's
is a
great.
good one. Don't miss
It's
this
great. It's just a chance to have some good times with some good folks.
one. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Speaking of having good times with good folks, you can hop on an Old Town trolley
Hey.
with your friends, with your family, and just enjoy the tour as they take you on a 90-minute tour with 22 stops that covers more than 100 points of interest through the beautiful downtown area that is St. Augustine. Mm-hmm. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. Trolley ticket includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum and free shuttle service to a lot of area hotels, including access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle. They're the Old Town Trolleys. They're the green trains, and we love them. You will too.
You're going to love Steve Chapman's All-American Air. They've been the AC hero for St. Augustine and beyond for 45 years. We're talking St. John's, Flagler, Duval, Putnam counties. They're not just experts. They're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service work. They have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installation. So if you build a new building, that you want to give them a call. And they also have rocking high efficiency systems from Lennox Wonders to the iComfort Ultra Smart Thermostat. They've got all your HVAC products in sight. Give them a call today. Get on one of those maintenance plans, 904-461-0070.
And, of course, our good friends at Bin 39 Wine Bar. Check them out. They got a selection of over 95 wines out there at Bin 39. That is a whole lot for you to experience, for you to sample, for you to enjoy, and take home if you want to. You can also check out some live music on their patio pretty much every day out there at Bin 39. It's a great place to go out and hang with friends, family, co-workers, all that good stuff. Go out there after work today and just have a few drinks. Relax. Enjoy yourself for once. Bin 39, right out there on Orange Street.
Yeah.
Okay, horoscope time. Here we go. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini on deck today.
Yikes.
Let's do it, Blake. All right. Aries. Today you'll find that your fire isn't just burning, it's borderline explosive. Try to channel this energy into conquering challenges, not your coworkers. Conquering your coworkers.
Well, that sounds like a dominant boss there.
There you go. Taurus. You might feel like moving today, which is groundbreaking on its own.
You just call them lazy.
Yep. Consider this rare mobility a chance to escape from your comfort zone, or at least to rearrange your furniture.
Oh, it's feng shui.
There you go. Gemini, you're going to have more faces than a town clock today. Oh,
now I
Big
get
Ben.
it. Yeah.
Try to keep track of which one you're wearing and maybe avoid mirrors to prevent an identity crisis.
Ooh, yikes.
A lot going on there, Gemini.
Break a mirror, 7 years bad luck.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what's going on. Say no more, Shayla Moore.
Okay.
We got Mob Wife pop-up coming up.
Okay.
This is luxury, vintage vendors, cocktails, and photo ops are happening April 21st, 3 to 6 p.m. They're doing some great stuff over at Shayla Moore. Love that spot. Check them out. See more information on their Facebook and social media.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hey, we got The Stranger's Tale, an opera in one act. Music by the great, world-famous Curtis Tucker. We love him over here. First Coast Opera presents The Stranger's Tale. This is happening Friday, May 17th at noon at Ancient City Baptist Church. We know that on Sevilla Street. There's a free performance. This is so nice. It's part of the Romanza Festival. So yeah, If you ever want to see First Coast Opera for free, this is your moment right here. Again, May 17th at noon, Ancient City Baptist Church.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Hey, join Flagler College professor Dr. Timothy Johnson on Thursday, May 9th from 3 to 5:30 as he discusses historic gardens and sacred space. Dr. Johnson will lead guests into the rotunda at Flagler College and private gardens of the beautiful historic institution. This will only be the opportunity to see the rotunda and the gardens this summer. So as the college is opening, these areas are only for this tour. Again, this is the Historic Gardens and Sacred Spaces, a theological interpretation of Ponce Hall with Dr. Timothy Johnson. Again, Thursday, May 9th, 3 to 5:30 p.m. Check that out. It'll be a part of the St. Augustine History Festival.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, especially if it's like a limited time to be able to see these beautiful spaces and hear a lot about it. Yeah, I would like to. That's actually going to be a really special one.
Yeah. Beautiful area.
Yeah, definitely. And which the public can't really see often. So this is a good one.
Right. It's wasted on those Flagler kids.
I know, those brats. Just kidding.
Just kidding, Blake.
We love y'all. They're so smart.
We also love our friends at Panache.
Hey.
They make you feel special out there at Panache. You had a great interview with Michelle and Brittany and Julia on Friday.
So much fun. Yeah, it's so good.
Of course, getting ready for the Love Your Mother Eco Fashion Show coming up on April 27th.
Woo.
I can't wait to go down there. I see so many cool people down there. It's always such a good time. Food, drinks, and browsing the jewelry store out there a little bit too.
Very nice. We had our first dress rehearsal over the weekend. Things are looking nice and smooth. They're looking really good. We're trying to keep it at, the syllabus or the timeline as tight as possible. So it's looking great.
Awesome, man. Very, very exciting. I can't wait. I love going to these things. You guys are going to enjoy it too. If you want to get more information and get tickets, you can go to getpanache.com.
And get more information on the United Way of St. Johns County because they are a champion for our community. Together, they create opportunities, foster education, and improve the lives of those in need. But they can't do it alone. They need you. They need your time, your passion, your time, and your generosity. I said time a lot. Together, we create a brighter future. They need your time, Dan. We love you guys over at the United Way of St. Johns County. Go to unitedway-sjc.org.
Very good, man. What else we got?
All right, sarcastic memes to entertain you while you procrastinate trying to get your taxes done today.
Okay, yeah.
First question. Okay, question of the day. When leaving the house, does anyone tell their pets they will be home later?
Yep.
Every single time.
I tell that to my coyote.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Next up, do men still open car doors? How do you think we get inside? Right?
We magically teleport inside of cars.
Right. Hey, what's something you didn't realize was going to consume so much of your time as an adult?
Oh.
I like this answer, though. Making food and eating that food and then cleaning up the mess of the food and then planning more food. It's all about food constantly.
Dude, I am so tired of planning what I'm going to eat during the day.
Me too.
It takes me way too long to figure out what I'm going to eat during the day.
Especially when you're trying to eat better.
Right.
It's so hard because there's so many easy options.
And there's so many crappy options that taste terrible. You try to avoid those, and then you're like, what am I left with? A steak? That's it?
Next up, nobody, and then there's me staring at the dead body in the movie to see if I can catch him or her breathing.
Oh, yeah. This is me.
Yep.
This is me all the way. People hate watching movies with me.
I'm always trying to find the little nuances.
Me too.
Next up, my dad with a fish versus my dad with me.
Oh, boy.
Dads like to fish.
Yeah. Or else you're just a very disappointing person.
Yeah. Next up, genius kid here. My niece turned 3 today. She asked for a Lion King cake, but specifically when Mufasa dies, because everyone will be too sad to eat the cake and it'll be more for her.
Wow. I gotta say, that is pretty genius.
That's a genius idea.
It really is. Wow.
Next up, you have $400. Your ex really needs 100, and your girl also needs 200. How much do you have? The answer, $400 and a bunch of unread messages. Yeah.
Yep.
Like that guy. Next up, if you just won $30 million and your mama left eye cost $29 million, what would you do? She's seen enough. She's seen it all.
Yeah, I'm never going to have $30 million again.
Right, come on. I'll lead you to the pasture. Next up, me in the shower waiting on the hot water to start coming out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boy, I don't even get in there till the hot waters.
Picture gives me anxiety, though.
Yeah, right? What are you doing up there? Have you seen the
Seriously.
goats on the side of the mountains?
I know, right?
Crazy.
Next up, you can't lock people out of your life. And then there's also me. I'm with every lock possible. Yeah.
Yeesh. Okay. All right. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Great show. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you to Blake for pressing all the buttons back there, and our friends from Task Force Hydro 1. You got to check them out. Great folks doing great things. You guys keep on doing great things, and we'll talk to you in the morning.
Bye, everybody.